faithfully delivering value, interpreting great books from around the world. Hello, this is Sally's Book Club. Today, the book we're discussing is The Innovator's Task. Innovation has always been a key focus for businesses. Companies all hope to launch new products that users love, gaining attention in competitive markets. But these expectations often fall flat. Many new products fail to win over users. Take beverage brands introducing new flavors, only to pull them later due to poor sales. A McKinsey survey reveals that a staggering 94% of executives are dissatisfied with their innovation efforts. The root cause? Most companies rely on luck for innovation. They might copy competitors or brainstorm internally, then test random ideas in the market. These ideas lack deep consideration and solid theoretical backing, like throwing darts blindfolded, occasionally hitting the mark. But with such high failure rates, how can we boost innovation success? How to precisely know where and how to innovate successfully? That's what this book answers. The author Clayton Christensen is a globally renowned innovation expert, a Harvard Business School professor who consults for brands like Unilever, twice named among the world's top 50 business thinkers. Christensen's seminal work is The Innovator's Dilemma, published in 1997. It explains why large companies struggle to innovate, becoming vulnerable to disruptive newcomers. His concept of disruptive innovation has entered mainstream management vocabulary. Yet, the innovator's dilemma didn't solve how to actually innovate effectively. So Christensen spent 2 decades researching, analyzing, and developing a complete innovation framework. He named it the jobs to be done theory. This theory helps companies innovate from the user's perspective, making it a high success, repeatable process. The innovator's task is the comprehensive guide to this jobs to be done theory. I'll now unpack the book's key insights through 3 sections. First, what exactly is the jobs to be done theory? Third, how businesses can be user goal oriented. First, let's cover part 1. What is the jobs to be done theory? When improving products, companies often conduct market research, asking users about dissatisfactions and what changes would make them buy more. That seems reasonable, but the author disagrees. The author argues companies misunderstand the core motivation. People buy products not because they're great, but to solve specific life tasks. These tasks are called jobs to be done. Users buy products to accomplish their jobs. As the classic marketing saying goes, people don't want a quarter-inch drill. They want a quarter-inch hole. The jobs theory states businesses must identify customers' tasks and improve products to better accomplish those jobs. That's true innovation. The book uses a fast food chain example that wanted to increase milkshake sales. Initially, marketers asked customers many questions like, is the milkshake too pricey? Or, do you prefer thicker consistency? Based on feedback, they made numerous adjustments, but sales didn't budge. The author suggested reframing paradigm. What job are customers hiring the milkshake to do? To investigate, they tracked purchase times, solo or group buyers, dine-in to go patterns, and complimentary purchases. They found many customers came alone, around 9 a.m., bought only a milkshake, and drove off immediately. Marketers then asked, why are you buying this milkshake? Initially, customers couldn't explain. After deeper conversations, marketers realized these were commuters needing snacks for long drives to combat boredom and hunger, the actual job many foods failed at. Bananas digest too quickly, leaving hunger. Donuts crumble everywhere, dirtying clothes and steering wheels. And plain bread, well, it's just too bland. If you're driving while spreading jam, you might just crash. In contrast, milkshakes are the perfect choice. Thick ones let you sip slowly for ages without feeling hungry. Milkshakes and paper cups don't mess up the car, and you can drink them one-handed without affecting driving. From this user goal angle, lowering the milkshake price ain't helpful. It doesn't help customers get the job done better. Fast food places could add fruit bits and chocolate to milkshakes, giving customers fun surprises to kill time better. They could also move the milkshake machine right up front with card payment to cut down busy folks' wait time. The author thinks this is spot on, effective innovation. Thinking from user goals also helps companies see the market wider, spot new competition, and avoid losing users to surprise rivals. For years, BMW saw itself as a high-performance car brand competing with peers like Mercedes and Audi. After the 2008 economic crisis, the auto industry took a big hit, with sales dropping hard. BMW started rethinking why customers buy cars and found they really care about mobility, solving the task of getting comfy from point A to point B. This research changed BMW's view on competitors. They realized they're not just up against similar cars, but also platforms like Uber and EVs like Tesla, all snatching BMW's users. Now, BMW sees itself as a mobility company, offering all sorts of travel services, sparking a wave of innovations. BMW not only developed new hybrid electric models, but also rolled out its own car-sharing service, hugely expanding the market. To better grasp user goals, there are two key points to note. First, user goals are rooted in specific contexts, like when and where the task happens. Is it alone or with others? What's the customer's cultural or political background, etc.? Context is the heart of user goals and the key to innovation. By analyzing specific contexts, we can pinpoint where and how to innovate. Take milkshakes again. Customers wanting to buy something to eat in a user goal, it's just a broad, generic need. We can't tell from this description what factors influence customer choices. Why buy a milkshake instead of a burger? Because it's for that customer driving alone to work, killing time while filling their stomach. That's a user goal within a specific context. We can analyze what factors help accomplish this job, finding innovation breakthroughs. Second, user goals are complex and multifaceted, not just functional, but emotional and social too. Take smoking. Someone stepping out mid-work might satisfy nicotine cravings, functional, or clear mental blocks, emotional. Or maybe chat with colleagues in the smoking area to bond, that's a social goal. When companies discover products can fulfill goals at different levels, they gain more innovation angles. All right, let's summarize part one. User goals are tasks customers need to complete in specific contexts. They include functional, emotional, and social dimensions. Businesses must start from user goals, thinking how products better accomplish jobs. That's precise, effective innovation. Now, part two, how to apply the jobs theory, starting with finding user goals. The book outlines 5 methods. First, observe daily life as Sony founder Akio Morita did. He once said, "Watch how people live, intuitively understand what they need, then create it." When developing the Walkman, Sony faced opposition. Marketing research claimed consumers wouldn't buy tape players without recording features or headphones. But Morita believed portable music was a universal user goal. He insisted on launching the Walkman. Result: over 330 million units sold, sparking a cultural revolution in personal audio. Our daily needs can all be sources of user goals. If you encounter a task needing solving, others likely face it too. Khan Academy, the global learning platform, started when Sal Khan made videos to tutor his cousin. Video learning wasn't new. Back then, tons of instructional videos were online with way better production than Khan's, but they were complex, boring, and zero fun. But Khan used everyday examples and witty delivery to help his cousin grasp new concepts easily. Later, Khan realized many students shared his cousin's struggles, so he founded Khan Academy, helping more solve learning problems. Second method, look to non-consumption. When users can't find solutions for their tasks, they might skip consuming altogether. Yet businesses often just fight rivals for existing customers, ignoring non-consumers' huge potential. So, companies must look beyond direct competitors to discover larger markets. As a baby diaper giant, Kimberly-Clark dominated its market, but kept exploring new user groups. In the 1980s, they spotted major opportunity in the adult market. Surveys showed 40% of people over 50 struggled with incontinence. To avoid embarrassment, many abandoned social activities. No outings, restaurants, or interactions. Existing adult diapers resembled baby products, uncomfortable and humiliating, so adults refused to buy them. To win these non-consumers, Kimberly-Clark developed an adult diaper with new materials and tech, and it looked and felt like regular underwear. Eliminating shame, the product exploded. 60 million sales first year, 30% growth the next. This spurred more adult care products, expanding their market. Third method, spot temporary workarounds. When dissatisfied users desperately need solutions, they cobble together makeshift fixes. Seeing these workarounds signals prime innovation opportunities, like parents wanting kids to save early, but most banks ignore low-balance children. Their accounts had minimum balance requirements and charged all sorts of fees. The author's friend solved this by creating a symbolic dad bank, letting kids deposit allowance with him, then tracking balances and calculating interest monthly to build financial awareness. Dad A. Innovative business insight. ING Direct in the US spotted this user goal, offering no minimum savings with simplified processes so kids could bank easily. Seemingly unprofitable at first glance. But as an online bank with no branches or ATMs, ING had super low operational costs. These services earned user loyalty and word-of-mouth praise, saving ad dollars while attracting more deposits that boosted overall revenue.
Through user-centric convenience, ING became America's fastest-growing bank.
Fourth method, focus on what you don't want to do. Unwanted tasks are user goals too. Parents dread hospital trips with kids, like when a minor sore throat strikes with no medicine at home, forcing work absences, queuing for registration, endless waiting, exams, then pharmacy runs. There goes your whole morning. Here the parent's user goal is, I don't want to waste hours at hospitals.
Harvard's Rick Krieger spotted this opportunity, founding Minute Clinic, sending nurses to treat common issues like conjunctivitis or sore throats with direct prescriptions, now thriving with thousands of U.S. locations.
Fifth method, spot unusual product uses. If users deploy products unexpectedly, hidden user goals likely exist. Church and Dwight's flagship product was baking soda, originally for cooking.
In the 1960s, they noticed customers mixing it into detergent or toothpaste for extra cleaning power and using it as fridge deodorizer.
So the company got inspired, launching air fresheners, deodorizers, and detergents based on baking soda, vastly expanding their product lineup. All right, we've covered how to spot user goals. But even if a product helps accomplish them, it still might not sell because users face hurdles when buying new products, like being stuck in old habits. Sure, I dislike my current thing, but changing is just too much effort. For years, the author's assistant raved about new phones' features and speed, yet he resisted upgrading simply because relearning felt troublesome. But stronger than habit? Anxiety. Users worry, what if the new product doesn't improve things or even causes new problems? Online, many complain how hard it is to get parents to buy robot vacuums.
Parents have all sorts of worries, thinking it won't clean well, might trip people, or knock things over.
That's anxiety toward new products.
The jobs theory states that every step related to completing the task is part of the product, not just the physical item, but the entire service experience from purchase to use.
Businesses must not only create great products, but also remove hurdles during purchase and usage to truly help users get jobs done.
One U.S. real estate developer found a major barrier to buying new homes was emotional attachment to belongings in the old house.
Just thinking about handling these items during a move caused anxiety. So the developer offered not just moving services, but also 2 years of warehouse storage. Clients didn't need to decide items' fate immediately. They could sort slowly post-move, making this service hugely popular.
During the 2007 U.S. housing crash, this developer's sales grew by 25%.
The book also cites Medtronic, a global medtech giant. Heart disease is India's top killer, and while Medtronic developed superb pacemakers, their sales there lagged. To solve this, Medtronic adopted the jobs perspective, re-researching India's market and finding social barriers. low incomes making pacemakers unaffordable, and outdated healthcare causing misdiagnosis by general practitioners. So, Medtronic launched innovative services to enhance cardiac patients' healthcare experience.
Partnering with Indian cardiologists, they set up heart screening clinics nationwide, offering free checkups to prevent misdiagnosis.
Medtronic also created specialized loan programs to help patients cover pacemaker costs. With minimal paperwork and 48-hour approvals, these measures removed barriers, making India one of Medtronic's highest growth markets.
The author notes, when brands provide complete service experiences that perfectly accomplish jobs, they become synonymous with those user goals.
People automatically think of these brands when similar problems arise. At this stage, brands become life essentials, nearly unbeatable by competitors.
Take FedEx, America's household name. Its comprehensive delivery service makes it the embodiment of perfect urgent shipping. FedEx has even become a verb meaning to urgently deliver something. FedEx is people's first choice for shipping, enjoying exceptional brand loyalty. All right, let's summarize part 2. 5 methods to find user goals. Observe daily life. Identify non-consumption. Spot workarounds. Notice unwanted tasks. Discover unusual product uses. Beyond products, companies must improve purchase usage processes, extending into full-service experiences to truly help users accomplish jobs, driving valuable innovation and brand building. I, uh, and yet many companies struggle to maintain long-term focus on user goals. Now, part 3. How companies can become user goal-oriented. The book offers 3 recommendations.
First recommendation: build processes centered on user goals.
Every company has numerous processes, but most focus on efficiency and internal departmental performance, like daily production volume or defect rates, not external user goals. Companies should realign all processes around user goals, ensuring each helps accomplish them, creating perfect user experiences. How to build user goal-centered processes.
One effective method: set user goal-related metrics, then build processes around achieving them.
The book uses Amazon, the e-commerce giant, as an example. Other e-commerce platforms might focus on sales, ad revenue, or operating costs.
But early on, Amazon defined 3 user goal metrics: product diversity, low prices, and fast delivery.
To achieve these, Amazon designed entire process ecosystems. Take low prices. Amazon created automated search engines scanning hundreds of products daily, instantly undercutting competitors when lower prices are found. And if prices drop below reasonable profits, the system alerts staff for review. Every Amazon product page promises delivery times, e.g., order within 2 hours, get it by Tuesday. For fast delivery, Amazon designed hundreds of processes ensuring warehouses activate the moment you check out. Amazon also tracks entire delivery timelines to prevent delays. It's this metric-centered process design that makes Amazon's shopping seamless and beloved. The author's second recommendation: as companies scale, stay vigilant against drifting from user goals. Many products succeed by fulfilling specific user goals, but post-success, managers often ignore user goals, focusing on existing offerings, detaching from real needs. The book cites V8 vegetable juice, a nutrient-rich blend of 8 vegetables. Initially, management positioned V8 as a juice drink, meaning competitors ranged from tomato juice to Coca-Cola and Gatorade. Standing out was super tough, and sales just weren't great. About 10 years ago, V8's management used the jobs theory to find a fresh positioning for the brand. And they found lots of folks want to eat veggies, maybe because they think it's healthy or promised their parents. But for office workers, cooking them is a total hassle. Conveniently and quickly eating veggies alone, that's a clear user goal. Once this user goal was nailed down, V8's team quickly changed ads, no longer comparing to drinks, but to veggies, highlighting how drinking V8 beats peeling carrots, boiling spinach, or flossing out veggie bits. Way more convenient. This ad strategy was a huge hit. V8 sales quadrupled in under a year. But soon after, V8 revamped their line with new flavors like spicy V8, V8 tea drinks, and low-sodium options. back to competing with other drinks, leaving customers confused about why they're even buying V8. Why do companies drift from user goals after getting big? The author thinks a key reason is that after products launch, managers shift focus from passive to active data. The active data comes from sales, like volume, profit, or market share. Passive data relates to user goals.
In the milkshake shop case, when customers buy, what time, alone or with others, that's passive data.
Passive data has no clear structure. It reflects messy reality, doesn't spell out conclusions. Managers gotta dig deep to uncover user motives. In contrast, active data is crystal clear, super specific, and easy to track. After a product hits the market, active data pours in, shifting managers' focus from fuzzy user contexts to meet spreadsheets. This makes managers feel secure, grounded, and more in control. And active data is easier to evaluate as performance metrics. So gradually, managers forget about user goals, focusing on active data while losing touch with reality. Focusing on active data leads to one natural outcome. Companies push more products to existing users to boost revenue, but more products mean tackling more user goals, blurring the brand's original sharp positioning. Take V8. It initially helped users accomplish the job of conveniently eating veggies. Later, spicy drinks and teas had nothing to do with this core task. Users then questioned V8's identity, seeing it as just another juice, not a veggie substitute. Plus, limited resources mean more products equals less R&D marketing per item. Superficially growing product lines often lose to niche players focused on single user goals, a net loss. Also, department KPIs based on active data make employees prioritize departmental views over user goals.
Marketing might say, let's attract customers with new flavors, colors, and discounts.
Another siloed viewpoint. Research and development might argue we should add cool new tech features. Sales might insist, holiday season's coming, launch new products fast to cash in. Each department has self-justifying arguments that may derail the crucial user goal focus. Hence, scaling companies should appoint dedicated staff to investigate and report on user goals, keeping managers anchored against active data and departmental biases. Third recommendation, embed user goals into company culture. Companies are complex organizations. Managers can't micromanage everything. Employee decisions shape direction. To sustain user goal focus, employees must embrace it too, requiring culture built around user goals. The authors suggest that companies integrate user goals with mission statements. Most companies have their own, like Chevron's mission to be a highly respected global energy company. And they say, I want to construct you for the worst moment. JP Morgan Chase's mission is to become the world's leading financial services company. However, these statements are too vague. Employees struggle to use them as practical action guides. A good mission. Statements should center on user goals, giving employees clear action guidelines. Lifebuoy Soap, a Unilever brand, has a mission to help children in emerging markets survive past age 5. A very specific goal. Employees can use this as guidance, thinking how to achieve this ultimate goal when facing challenges. Beyond mission statements, companies should explicitly state user goals during recruitment and training to ensure candidate alignment. Companies also need to repeatedly emphasize user goals in daily communications. In this cultural environment, employees see the meaning of their work for users, bringing a sense of accomplishment. Even without management directives, employees make decisions benefiting user goals, boosting satisfaction. Demonstration. Southern New Hampshire University in the U.S. was named by Fast Company as one of the world's most innovative organizations, ranking above Starbucks and LinkedIn, and made America's Best Workplaces list. One key selling point is its online courses for adult students with an average age of 30. Their goal is to conveniently and quickly earn a college degree to improve work and life. Centered on this user goal, the university innovated in many areas, like giving advisors full authority to maximize student success. One student was a single mother with low income. To encourage her, an advisor sent a $200 gift card. Another student fell seriously ill, just a few credits from graduation. So, the advisor proactively applied to the dean, arguing the student had completed requirements and could graduate early. After school approval, they personally delivered the diploma to the hospital and gave it to the student. These were spontaneous decisions by advisors after embracing the user goal. All right, at this point, let's summarize the content of the third part. Businesses can become user goal-oriented in 3 ways. First, establish processes centered on user goals. Second, consistently focus on passive data related to user goals. Third, embed user goals into company culture. With that, we've nearly covered all of the innovator's task. The jobs to be done theory holds that innovation starts with helping users better accomplish their goals. Innovation isn't just about the product itself. It encompasses the entire service journey from purchase to usage. When companies deliver perfect end-to-end experiences, success naturally follows. All right, the innovator's task. That concludes our discussion. Reading notes are below the audio. See you next time.